There are two completely different types of manipulators, and if you don't know the difference, you're vulnerable to both. So let me show you exactly how to recognize each one, because this could literally save you from years of psychological damage or worse. Machiavelli wrote, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves." This quote perfectly describes the two categories of manipulators in psychology, and once you understand this, you'll see these people everywhere. You'll recognize them in your workplace, in your family, in your relationships, and you'll know exactly what to do. So let's start with the fox. These are the manipulators who use cunning, deception, and psychological traps. They're not physically threatening, they don't raise their voice, they don't intimidate you with their presence. They're mentally dangerous. They get inside your head. Gaslighting is their favorite weapon. They make you question your own reality, your own memory, your own perceptions. That never happened. You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. Everyone else thinks you're overreacting. They will always say. They make you feel crazy. And that's the point, because once you doubt yourself, you'll trust them instead. They also use triangulation, bringing third parties into conflicts to create jealousy, insecurity, or confusion. They might say, "Well, Sarah thinks you're being unreasonable too," even though they never talked to Sarah, or they did talk to Sarah but twisted your words to make you look bad. Guilt tripping is fox tactic. They make you feel responsible for their emotions, their problems, their entire life. "After everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me. You're going to abandon me when I need you most." They turn every boundary you set into betrayal. That is their language. Strategic lying is what separates the fox from regular liars. Regular liars are impulsive. They lie to get out of immediate trouble. Fox manipulators lie strategically. They plan their lies. They mix truth with lies so you can't tell the difference. They remember what they told you, and they're consistent with their deception. They manipulate information to control your decisions, your relationships, your entire reality. And here's one of their most effective tactics: playing the victim. They twist every situation so they're always the wrong party. You confront them about hurting you, and somehow by the end of the conversation, you're apologizing to them. They make you feel like the aggressor even when they're the one who caused the damage. The fox manipulator is subtle. You often don't realize you're being manipulated until you're already caught in the trap. These are the people who slowly isolate you from your friends and family, who control you through emotional manipulation, who undermine your confidence over months and years until you don't even recognize yourself anymore. In clinical psychology, this often overlaps with covert narcissism, sociopathic traits, borderline personality disorder in some cases, high intelligence used specifically for exploitation. Now let's talk about the lion. Completely different approach. These manipulators use force, intimidation, and overt power. They don't trap you with deception. They dominate you with fear. Intimidation is their primary tool. Raised voices, aggressive body language, invading your personal space, physical presence used to threaten even if they never actually hit you. They make you afraid to disagree, afraid to speak up, afraid to have your own opinion. Explosive anger is how they train you. They have disproportionate reactions to small things. You forget to pick up milk and they scream for an hour. You disagree with them and they punch a wall. You learn to walk on eggshells, to manage their emotions, to avoid triggering them. And that means they control your behavior without even having to ask, because you're doing it to yourself now. Public humiliation is another lion tactic. They criticize you, mock you, embarrass you in front of other people. At the dinner table, at family gatherings, at work meetings. They establish dominance by breaking down your self-worth in public so everyone knows who's in charge. Direct threats are what separate the lion from the fox. The fox hints and manipulates. The lion just tells you what's going to happen if you don't comply, if you leave me. I'll make sure you never see your kids again. If you report me, I'll ruin your career. If you don't do what I say, you'll regret it. Clear overt threats. And finally, resource control. They control the money, the transportation, the housing, access to your own documents. They keep you dependent so you can't leave even if you want to. The Lion Manipulator is obvious once you know what to look for. These are overtly abusive people, the boss who screams at employees, the partner who punches walls and breaks things, the parent who rules through fear and intimidation. In psychology, this correlates with overt narcissism, antisocial personality disorder, what we might call tyrant leadership styles. They genuinely believe might makes right. Now here's why Machiavelli's insight is absolutely brilliant. You can't defend against both types the same way. The defenses that work against a fox will fail against a lion, and the defenses that work against a lion will fail against a fox. So, you need to know which one you're dealing with. Against the fox, you need to be a fox yourself, meaning you need psychological awareness and cunning. You defeat manipulation by recognizing it. Document everything. Write down conversations. Save texts and emails. Keep a journal with dates and details because foxes rely on your faulty memory. Written records defeat gaslighting instantly. Trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it is wrong. Foxes count on you dismissing your instincts, questioning yourself, giving them the benefit of the doubt over and over. Stop doing that. Maintain outside perspectives. Talk to trusted friends, a therapist, someone outside the situation because foxes isolate you so you only hear their version of reality. Outside perspectives break the spell. Set boundaries clearly and in writing. Foxes exploit ambiguity. I need space becomes well, you didn't say, I couldn't call. Be specific. Do not contact me for 2 weeks is much harder to manipulate. And here's a crucial one. Don't defend or explain yourself. Foxes use your words against you. They twist your explanations into ammunition. State your boundary once clearly, and then enforce it. Don't engage in endless debates about why your boundary is reasonable. It doesn't matter if they think it's reasonable. It's your boundary. Now against a lion, you need to be a lion yourself, meaning you need to show strength, establish real consequences, or remove yourself from their reach entirely. Safety first. If there's any physical danger, if they've ever hit you or threatened violence, your only job is to get out safely, not to fix them, not to make them understand, not to stand your ground. Get out, get to safety, then deal with everything else. Show strength through boundaries with real consequences. Lions respect power. They don't respect pleading or explaining. If you raise your voice at me again, I will end this conversation and leave. Every single time. And then you do it. Immediately. No warnings, no second chances. They need to learn that their behavior has immediate, certain consequences. Don't show fear. Lions are emboldened by fear responses. If they see you're scared, they push harder. Stay calm, keep your voice steady, maintain eye contact. Even if you're terrified inside, don't let them see it because fear is what they're looking for. Create accountability. Lions behave very differently when others are watching. If you're dealing with a lion boss, document everything and involve HR. If it's a family member, make sure other people know what's happening. If it's a partner, tell trusted friends the truth. Lions rely on privacy to act out. Remove that privacy. And finally, remove their power over you. If they control your finances, work toward financial independence even if it takes time. If they control your housing, find somewhere else to live. If they control your career, start looking for other options. You can't negotiate with a lion from a position of weakness. You need leverage. The key insight Machiavelli understood is this: subtle manipulation requires psychological defenses like awareness, documentation, outside perspectives. Overt aggression requires power-based defenses like consequences, safety planning, removing their leverage over you. Don't bring a psychological strategy to a power fight. You can't logic your way out of someone who's threatening you. and don't bring force to a manipulation game. Getting aggressive with a fox just gives them ammunition to play victim even more convincingly. Match your defense to the threat. And here's the really scary part. Some manipulators are both. They use fox tactics when they can get away with it: subtle manipulation, gaslighting, emotional abuse. But when that stops working, when you start seeing through it, they switch to lion tactics. Suddenly the covert narcissist becomes overtly aggressive. Suddenly the person who was guilt-tripping you is now threatening you. You need to be ready for both. Stay psychologically aware and stay prepared to protect yourself with real-world safety measures. Machiavelli understood that different threats required different defenses. The person who traps you with lies isn't the same as the person who dominates you with fear, and you cannot afford to confuse the two. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe because we're going deep into manipulation tactics so you can protect yourself. Comment below, have you dealt with a fox or a lion manipulator? What finally helped you break free? Your story might save someone else. Share it.